So Nintendo issued DMC takedown to over 300 games. At this point, are we really surprised? But this is the Stelly Boys reporting the news. Let's get on with it.
All right, so the article for today. Nintendo issues a mass DMCA takedown. 379 fan games forcibly removed. So we all know this as video gamers, and Nintendo has like a pretty bad history when it comes to DMCA takedowns. You know, this is
super notorious. Super notorious.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't their first time, and they've even gotten to a point when they attacked streamers. They took down streamers who were profiting off of streaming Nintendo games.
Not just streamers, like YouTubers as well. Like just those who are big fans of Nintendo, like just love the games, but yet they're just shutting them down because they're playing their games and profiting off their games.
A total of 379 fan-made games have been removed from the gaming website and hosting service GameJolt after Nintendo of America issued a mass DMCA takedown. Now, I believe this isn't the first time GameJolt was in trouble with Nintendo. I remember seeing an article way back about them getting in trouble with Nintendo for making money off of their licenses.
And what's crazy though, these like we're talking about games that are like spin-offs in a way. Like I saw one example in the article, Five Nights at Yoshi's.
Yeah.
What
they weren't making money from selling original Nintendo games. They were
they weren't selling the games. They were getting money off of the ads on that website featuring those games.
Right. And the games themselves are all like modded versions of the original games. Like you mentioned,
Exactly.
Five Nights at Yoshi's. I don't even know what that is. As reported by Torn Freak, Nintendo of America's legal team sent DMCA notices to the offending sites in December. The warning, which has been published online by GameJolt co-founder and CEO Yaprak DeCarmen, reads, certain material posted on the website located at GameJolt infringes trademarks owned by Nintendo. Let's take a look at Nintendo's side of the argument here. Like, how would you argue for Nintendo's case here? Like, do you think they were right in doing so and doing what they did?
It's tough because you want to protect your property, which makes sense. But B, it also ruins your chances to get exposure and free advertisements in a way from YouTube. So it's kind of like two sides of the coin in that regard. Do you want to be more advertised? Games that are open to having their stuff modded and all that. For example, Bethesda, they're pretty good at the modding community. For the most part, they try to encourage modding to happen in when they actually released a mod kit where people can actually use to mod their games and stuff like that. But is that better for the company because now they can make better materials than the developers can possibly do, or does that hurt their product more? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, depending on what they're modding, and the same could be applied here to Nintendo, where they're using their characters, but maybe they're using the characters to what they don't intend to. Because obviously, we know Nintendo, they're typically kid-friendly. So they don't want Yoshi in a Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Yeah.
Mario with a giant axe and stabbing people, on Resident Evil or something like that.
Yeah.
They probably don't want stuff like that are anti kid friendly.
Exactly. That's, I think you nailed it on the head there, and I think that's really what it is. It's protecting, they don't want to see Mario and the princess in some sort of sexual situation or something like that. So yeah, they sort of want to preserve the
I mean, have you seen people sexualizing Metroid?
They sort of want to protect the integrity of their characters. Here's what I find kind of funny though. Everyone knows about Nintendo's track history regarding DMCA takedowns, but people still insist on making fan mods and stuff like that. Did they not think it through? Nintendo's probably going to shut us down, sometime in the future. Why?
It's like a matter of time, right?
Yeah. So why even do it though. You know what I mean?
I mean, I mean, as a fan, I get it because like you truly love these characters. Like you love Mario, you love Yoshi, and all that. And some fans just want to make cool stuff with those characters. They're not trying to profit off it. They just want to make cool stuff with those characters. And I think that's kind of like the idea. Like they just want to make stuff, and then once it starts hitting a certain viral, like I guess censor, then that's when Nintendo. Oh no, I don't like that. Stop that. Bad.
Yeah.
You know. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's when we can move into like the discussion of whether you know, like the benefits of letting modders play with their license.
mhm,
Like you were saying, you know, people do enjoy these characters, and they, you know, I guess they do it just for the love of it, right? Because
mhm.
I don't think they're, you know, they're charging for it, right? They're just like they release it on a website, and
The website still needs to make money somehow, like through the hosting of those games. Like, so, like, is there no safe place to like host your modded games? Because I don't think they were so mad at the games themselves. They were mad more so on the fact that the website was making money off of the hosting those games.
exactly.
And so we talked about that already. But like, so how are we going to do you just need to like go to a website that doesn't make money, and then Nintendo can finally back off of like not giving you a DMC takedown? Is that the extent of what they were trying to do here?
That's a good point. I think Nintendo will still go after it. You know, they'll still go after them even if they were being hosted on a site that wasn't making money off of it.
I'll give you an example. Well, this is an old example, but I think whenever Nintendo Switch first came out, I was playing a bunch of Nintendo games. So I was playing Mario Odyssey, I was playing Legend of Zelda, and I was actually getting like claims on those videos from Nintendo themselves. And at the time, they started this thing called a partners program. And I don't think they have that anymore. They might. I don't know. You can correct me in the comments down below. But basically, what I had to do before I could make that video public, I had to like register that video to a different website as a Nintendo partner. And once it honestly took forever. It took like 5 days, maybe 3 days. And those 3 to 5 days is crucial for a YouTuber. So for the first 3 or 5 days, that video is left private until Nintendo makes it like approves it. And then, but once they approve it, they turn off pretty much all ads off of the YouTube video, and the money actually goes to a separate pot that like a Nintendo pot through that website, and then I get the remaining change from Nintendo. Not only did I lose money from the 3 to 5 days the video was private, I also lost money because Nintendo takes their pot, their share of the revenue, as well as YouTube too, as well.
So you never got anything out of it.
Yeah, nothing.
Wow.
And it got to a point where I just stopped playing like those two games. Like I enjoyed it, I loved it, but I couldn't play it and like, you know, make money off of it. If I didn't care about the money, then yeah, sure, whatever, I play it. But at the same time, it's also demotivating as well. Like, you know, you put so much effort into like making video, and at the time I was editing those videos too. So like all the effort goes to waste. So like it just, you know, makes you not want to play Nintendo games. Yeah. And I don't think, and I want to say Nintendo is still that strict even today. Like I said, we don't play Nintendo games now, but that's probably why a lot of people don't play Nintendo games now.
Yeah, streaming it, you mean, or making content of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even if they are making content of it, they're probably not getting paid. So.
Agreed. I don't know. Like, I feel like Nintendo really needs to like. This is what I heard from like other YouTubers. Like, Nintendo is in terms of Nintendo of America, they're pretty good with like or open about. YouTube and Twitch is like free advertisement. We need to use those guys, those content creators. But it still falls back to Nintendo Japan. They're the ones that are like more strict, more old school, and they're the ones that are like really kind of pushing back against the whole new wave of entertainment, YouTube and whatnot. They still don't. I don't know if they don't get it, but that's pretty much the impression that we're getting, is that they just don't understand the benefit of using YouTubers and streamers to promote their products.
It's a shame that Nintendo was specifically attacking like these fan-made games, because like most of the people that work on them, and it's like a good first step in sort of game development. You know, it's like I mean, yeah, I guess there are other ways to improve your game developing skills. But
Yeah,
this,
dude, remember like RPG Maker? Like we used to like import like Mario characters and Bowser theme song and stuff like that
yeah,
into our RPG Maker. Like that's kind of like like you said, the first steps into creating a video game.
yeah, that's for us. It was like RPG Maker, but for some of these people, it's like, it's like
Like full
modding.
3D mount.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's like modding these Nintendo games, and it's like a shame that
Yeah.
Nintendo has to.
And they make some cool stuff too, which is a shame that we can't like, you know, see that.
Yeah, but like we said before, is it really a surprise they've done this before? So it's what even is the point anymore?